we're in northern Minnesota, making our way into the Solana State Forest on the coldest day of the winter thus far. When we hit the road this morning, the temperature was negative 27 degrees Fahrenheit, but we're expecting it to drop even further overnight. But little did we know as we pulled up to what would become our camp for the night, that the cold would try to stop us from leaving the forest. This is Tiny Cabin Life. Most forest roads are not plowed in the wintertime, so you have to get a little creative to find places to camp. This is a short trail that leads to a dispersed campsite just around the corner. However, I don't dare try to drive back there, so we're just going to have to set up camp right here. Before I bring my dog Ellie out of the warm truck, I want to get a fire started inside the cabin so we can warm up the space as soon as possible. I took the time to prep the fire before leaving this morning, so all I have to do is strike a match and we'll be good to go. Well, it feels good to be inside the cabin and to have that fire roaring. The beauty of this space is that it heats up really, really fast. So a fire going in the stove will really get this place feeling nice in no time, and we're already getting there. When I hit the road this morning, it was negative 27 degrees Fahrenheit. Right now, it's negative 19, but as you can see, it's going to drop back down to negative 27 overnight. So we're going to have to do everything we can to keep this place warm so that we can stay safe out here and have a good time as well. As I mentioned before, we're in the Solana State Forest, which is about 68,000 acres of wilderness. More than half of the forest is wetland area with bogs, marshes, and black spruce swamps. And instead of hills, cliffs, and overlooks, you've got slow-moving water, soft ground, and dense layered vegetation.
Here in the wintertime, it's a very quiet place, which makes spending the day and night here all the more interesting, especially in such cold, harsh conditions.
As you can see, I've got a nice wood supply in here already. I also have a bag with some more split wood outside. And if we really need it, I brought some more firewood in the truck that we would have to cut down to fit inside the stove. So we should have plenty of wood. And as you can see, this fire is burning great. Those bigger pieces should last for quite a while. Well, now that we got the cabin warm, I'm gonna whip up just a simple little lunch here before I even think about heading back outside. I kind of want to go walk up the forest road that we're parked off of just to see if there's anything up there. But first, I want to fuel up a little bit. Dear God, thank you for another day to be out in the woods. Help us to stay safe today and tonight in this frigid cold, and as always, help us to have fun. Amen. Well, it's not the prettiest looking grilled cheese, but it's going to taste really good, and, you know, beggars really can't be choosers out here. It's actually really, really good. The butter charred the bread perfectly, and I've got pepper jack cheese in there, so it's got a little extra kick to it. Well, we are out here, and I got Ellie as set for the cold as she could possibly be. Of course, she's got her winter jacket on, but I also got her some new boots. They're the kind that attach with suspenders, so you don't have to worry about them coming off and getting lost in the snow. One of the trademarks of very cold weather is squeaky snow like this. Those molecules are just so frozen up that when they grind together, when you step on them, it creates that sound. That's how you know you're dealing with some very cold weather. Well, it looks like our trail here has come to an end. It looks like there's just this little like turnaround area right here at these two trees. I have to imagine there's probably a campsite here. That's usually what you find at the end of these roads, but it's hard to tell right now with all the snow.
This definitely seems like it'd be a pretty awesome spot to camp out. You're completely surrounded by pine trees. And because the clearing here is so small, it has a real feeling of isolation, which to me is pretty awesome. The vegetation in this forest is so thick that oftentimes you can't even tell that there's snow on the ground. trees are so close together that they block a view of the forest floor. And so if you didn't know that it was almost 20 below zero right now, you might think that this was a warm summer day.
Well, we're gonna head back to the cabin now. Really can only stay out here for 30 to 45 minutes at a time. It's really, really cold. I will say though, this is what makes living in the north so exhilarating. We get all sorts of extremes here, and the bitter cold is no exception. I like to crack a window whenever I'm running the gas stove in here, and it's pretty amazing to see that there's actual steam coming from the cabin as it interacts with the frigid cold temperatures outside. Well, I figured right now would be a good time to cut up a little bit of extra firewood. I'm also going to try to prepare some kindling as well, so we have nothing to worry about overnight. As you can see, the sun's already starting to go down, and it's just going to get colder and colder, so might as well do it now so we don't have to do it in the middle of the night. honestly didn't think I was going to get to do a campfire today. I just didn't want to waste, you know, much of our wood. But thankfully, there's so much deadfall all over here. And so this is kind of nice. I'm able to just pile it on and get a real hot fire going. Those pine needles really set this thing off. It doesn't last too long, but it's a real nice burst of heat. It just feels amazing. Well, it is time for dinner, and I realized just now that I made a big mistake. I brought some ground turkey along, but forgot spices or seasonings of any kind. I was going to make my signature burritos, but I've had burritos without seasoning on the meat, and it's not very good. And so what I think I'm going to do is just skip the meat altogether and instead make some quesadillas. Dear God, thank you for a great day out here. Help us to stay safe and warm overnight. Amen. Well, despite the unfortunate shift in plans, this quesadilla actually looks really, really good. Perfect golden brown on the tortilla. The cheese is melted, and I bet that salsa in there is going to taste really, really good too. It's good. You guys know I'm very easy to please, but this quesadilla is actually very delicious.
Lucas adjutant. Since as senior British officer, you are to be liaison between the prisoners and the colonel. I wish to make clear to you certain matters of the word is policy.
Hey! Get out! Big Jesus, don't shoot!
I love The Great Escape. It's just an awesome movie, and it's very nostalgic for me, because my dad actually showed us this movie when we were pretty young. But it brings back some really good memories, especially the theme song. Of course, this is a dramatized version, but it's actually based on a real escape that took place in World War II. And man, when you see what these guys did to get out of this prisoner of war camp, it's pretty impressive. I just really appreciate movies that are not only made really well, but also speak to our humanity in some way. This one, of course, is about camaraderie and just yearning for freedom and doing whatever it takes to achieve it.
Hast du was gehört? Nein.
Well, it's about time to hit the hay.
And as you can see, it is very cold outside. Negative 24 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's going to get colder overnight. I've got a nice fire starting station over here. I've got some cardboard, paper, tons of kindling, and we've got a bunch of split firewood as well. And if you take a look at the stove, not only do we have a bunch of hot coals, but I've got a nice big piece of wood which should simmer for quite a while. I'm going to try to do that every time I get up and stoke the fire. See you first thing in the morning. Good night.
Well, good morning. As you saw, it is much colder than we thought it was going to be. But I have to say, I'm very pleased with how this cabin did overnight, as well as how the wood stove performed. I only had to get up 3 times in the middle of the night. And it was chilly when I got up, but it wasn't like cold in here. And I just tossed some wood on the coals and went back to sleep. And then 3 hours later, I did the same thing. And so I'm impressed with the insulation inside this cabin. It definitely is doing its job. And then, of course, the wood stove is also just performing really, really well in here. So I actually got a decent night's sleep, and so did Ellie, which is really, really great.
The sound that we just heard there is a frost crack, or what a lot of people are referring to as exploding trees. A frost crack is a long vertical split in a tree's trunk caused by rapid temperature changes in wintertime, often during extreme cold snaps like what we're experiencing right now. The wood and sap inside the tree contract as the temperature drops, and that uneven stress can cause the trunk to literally split with a loud sound, which is what we just heard. It's yet another sign of how harsh and extreme winter really is in the North Woods.
Well, it's an absolutely beautiful morning out here. Gorgeous sunrise, and Ellie and I have been inside listening to the trees crack, and it's just wild. But I think it's about time to see if we can start the truck, because that's gonna matter. Look how quickly my beard ices over. It's insane. Anyway, moment of truth. Oh no. That's not good. Let's try it again. Oh no. Come on. Well, this is not good at all. I do have a little battery that I can try to use to get this thing jump started. But man, not gonna lie, I did not think this was gonna happen. I thought it would start up no problem. I started it last night and it was negative 22, 23 degrees. Okay, so as you can see, we got a green light there, which means this thing is ready to go. I'm gonna plug it in and we'll give this a try. Oh, come on. Let's try it again. Oh, come on, man. Well, thankfully, we have enough firewood to last us a while. I do have cell service. I have Starlink internet. We'll be okay, but that's a shame. Well, you guys are not going to believe this. I was just kind of sitting here trying to figure out what I could do to maybe warm up the fuel lines or something. I really don't know much when it comes to trucks, cars, stuff like that. Then it dawned on me that maybe I should call somebody who really knows what they're doing here. So I called Kenny from Kenny of All Trades. A lot of you watch his YouTube channel, and he offered to come out here and help me out, jumpstart the truck and get me out of here. So he's going to be on his way here. Should be here fairly shortly, and we'll see what happens. Hey.
Hey, a front-wheel drive car will make it back on that trail, right?
Yeah, I would think so. It's really hard packed. There are wheel ruts, and it's not deep. So I definitely think it should be fine.
Yeah, perfect. I know the same with out in Atlanta Lakes yesterday. It was like, yeah, the car will drive it just fine, no problem. So, yeah, I went to start the plow truck completely dead.
Oh, man.
I go to jump it with the diesel. Fuel's gelled up on it again. So then I was like, I at least know the car will start. So, all right, sounds good.
Is it a car?
Yeah, like a Buick LeSabre.
Oh, are you, man?
It's got snow tires on it.
Okay, well, thank you again. I'll look out for you, and yeah, you'll see me. You'll see the truck in the little cabin.
That sounds good.
Oh my gosh, here he comes. What a pro.
I was gonna get a little dicey at first.
Yeah, how was it? Honestly?
Not too bad at all.
Okay.
Not too bad.
So what do you think is the diagnosis here?
Let's just hope it's a battery that's low. It's cold enough. How long have you been out here for?
Just yesterday and overnight.
So it got down to what, 21 below last night?
31.
31 below.
That's what it said.
Yeah, that's what it was on the temperature gauge 2 nights ago as well. And that's just cold. I mean, for any vehicle, that's cold. Well, let's see. I'm gonna just put it on boost right away.
Okay. Yep. All right. All right, here we go. Dude. Come on. You drove all the way out here just to give me a better boost pack. Or to use a better boost pack. Seriously, that is, yeah, so nice of you.
This is what we live for up here.
Totally. It's funny, this is actually the second time Kenny's helped me out for the most part. There was another time where I got stuck It didn't make it in the video, but I called him up and he almost came out and got me, but I ended up calling a tow truck. But
On the way up here, I was thinking about that, and I'm like, I still think about that, and I still feel bad about that. I'm like, I'm not letting him down this time.
the collab you guys never saw coming.
Exactly, right?
So funny.
We'll get in the woods and actually go camping one of these days.
Totally.
At least coming home with me.
Yeah, no way. You got Toby. We'll see you later, man. Thank you again. What a nice guy. It's been really awesome getting to know him, and yeah, I mean it. Definitely check out his channel. He makes great videos. He's just a real genuine person, and definitely grateful to know him. And he just saved us big time. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you all so much for coming along. It's always awesome getting out into the woods, and it's always extra special when we get to go to a place we've never been to before. And I have to say, I'm very impressed by this forest. It is so beautiful, and it's really got a lot to offer. I definitely plan to come back in the future, and I hope you'll join me as well. I want to give a special shout out to our patrons who generously donate to this channel. Thank you so much. I also want to give another special thank you to Kenny from Kenny of All Trades for coming out here and helping me get this truck started. We wouldn't be driving out of here right now if it wasn't for you, so thank you very much. But you guys know the drill. It's time for me to get out of here so I can get home and see the girls. We'll see you next week. God bless.